Hey, Shalom, Akim. Hey, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles and others, a great millstone who were well, taught us this truth, and warned us of the things to come, the things we see and happening today. All right. Shalom, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect all here pushing this truth and sincerity. The water for what y'all do. We love y'all. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Shalom. All right. If you're watching this now, you're so-called black, Native American, or Latino man or woman. You're a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible. All right. You are the children of Israel. And if, hey, listen, who the world ignorantly calls God, his name is Yahweh, which means I am. He will refer to himself as I am. You will refer to him as he is. Just call him Yahweh. That's his name. All right. For who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the deliverer or he is the savior. All right. So like it. Really quick on a really quick. I'm just play this really quick. This video. And we're gonna get some scriptures. Let me just shut some of this stuff off here. Like I said, we're gonna play this video and get some scriptures on it.
Hey everybody, Christopher Green, Alternative Media Television. Please like and share this video. Get it out everywhere as fast as you can to as many people as you can. Absolutely terrifying to think that the Donald Trump administration is preparing for war with Iran. Now you need to understand this is bigger than Donald Trump. It's bigger than any president. It's bigger than Obama. It's bigger than Bush. It's bigger than any of these guys.
And that's true, man. This thing is big as about Yahweh Shai come making his return. All right, it's not about these fucking leaders, man. These false leaders, all right? These false kings and false rulers, all right? They want to come in their own name and try to, save the world, but it's all going to come to naught in the end.
The deep state, the dark state that really pulls puppet strings, and we see this from the inklings and the motivations of people like John Bolton and others who I've met.
All right, so the spirit, a few months ago, last year, had me do, videos on John Bolton, all right? I want to say 2 or 3, all right? That's the spirit was on me to do that. And you heard what he just said. Now, because now the people who you people call the Illuminati, who pull the strings, the elites, man, the banking families, these people, they're in control of the president, man. They're in control of the Secretary of Defense. They're in control of these different generals, these war generals and captains, the higher ups and the military, the CEOs of all the major Fortune 500 companies. They're the ones who kept the children of Israel down through their different systems, their different pits, such as redlining, Jim Crow laws, the border control, kicking out the Mexicans and then calling them immigrants. That's who he's talking about, the Illuminati. All right. So John Bolton, the spirit had me do videos on him, and the spirit had me title the video with John Bolton, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and I can see that, hey man, this truth. This is the truth, man. This is the truth. All right. How just like the apostles and the elders had a spirit on them to deem this year, the year of the Karagma, and even say that the microchip, the RFID microchip, was the mark of the beast. All right, really quick, we're gonna get us quick scriptures on that. We're gonna get Jeremiah. We're gonna get 28, verse 8, and it says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and evil and of pestilence." Now, what we go into is prophecy, man. All right, we talk about the kingdoms versus kingdoms. All right, the many countries against the many countries, and the wars and the rumors of wars and the evils that go on in Babylon the Great, which is America, and of pestilence, man. I just did a video on pestilence, man. All right, and the other Akim, the apostles and elders, are doing videos on pestilence, on the evils that are done therein, and sighing and crying about the evils that are done in the midst thereof, man. Like the Illuminati and the things that they've been doing to keep our people down, man. Hey, don't go nowhere. All right, and the prophets of old have come back to show you people what's going on, man. And you people refuse to listen. But Romans 3 and 3 says, what if some did not believe? Hey, stop. Did I tell you to stop? What if some did not believe, man? Here, here, here. Go. It's lucky. One more scripture I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get that really quick. Because you people don't believe, man. It says Romans chapter 3 verse 3 says, what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. See, now the thing is, the prophets, we just read in Jeremiah 28, but the prophets are going to come speaking about these different things, such as wars and the evils, all right, and the pestilences. These are prophecies, man. All right, prophecies, like it says in Revelation 19:10. Because you people claim to know Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai, but it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. This is who you call Jesus Christ. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. All right, Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which who you call Jesus, is the spirit of prophecy. So the men that follow who you call Jesus Christ and worship who you call Jesus Christ, and the ones that you guys are talking about, oh, I love him, and he's had to be in the spirit of prophecy. All right, and if you go back to Jeremiah 28:8, we just read that about the different prophecies that are coming. All right, that the servants, the prophets, have been the only ones that been talking about and have been bringing out. All right, starting with my apostles, elder apostle Tahar on down, man. The different elders that have been out there for 20 plus years, 30 years, pushing this truth, man. All right, pushing this truth. So it doesn't matter if y'all don't believe, you scoffers, man. Hey, look, cause does that mean the prophecies not coming to pass? We're gonna watch this video and you're gonna see that the prophecies are coming to pass. I put the spirit had me put the video about John Bolton last year, all right, towards the beginning of last year, and or something like that. I can't remember exactly when, but maybe in the middle. But all of a sudden now this man is going to tell you about John Bolton and what he's doing to kick off this Third World War. All right.
Met with before on numerous occasions. I've interviewed him, who are so eager for a war with Iran, just like they were eager for a war with Iraq, based on and built on lies.
You see? And he's talking about John Bolton, how he's so eager to go to war with Iran, because if you look up John Bolton and Google his name, he's known as a war hawk. All right, war hawks don't want to close. They don't want to make new treaties with other countries that they're interested in invading. All right, they don't want to let things smooth over. If that was the case, there'll be peace on the earth. All right, but these niggas, they don't want that, man. They want to continue, just keep on. Sariana, stop. They want to keep on continuing to invade for other for resources that these different lands possess.
A fabrication, propaganda, and BS, so that they could take out Saddam Hussein and then, of course, take control of these vast oil fields.
See, the elites, because these niggas is puppets, man. The elites have their hands up their backs, man, and they're the ones who tell them what to do. All right, and this is the nature of the so-called white man. They don't want to look, man. We're gonna just get the scripture, man. Let the scriptures talk. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5, and it says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, which the wine is his doctrine. This is the democracy that you people love so much. He is a proud man, and you people boast about how America's free. You know what I'm saying? It's a free country. If you don't like it, go back to where you came from. That's the so-called white man, man. That's Esau. All right, the so-called white man, his name is Esau, man. All right, they're Edomites, and it says neither keepeth at home. Yeah, because the so-called white man doesn't keep at home. They always have their business. They always have their hands in somebody else's pockets. They always have their mind in somebody else's business, man. They always trying to tell other people what to do, because that wine that it's talking about in And at the beginning of the verse where it says he transgresses by wine. How does he transgress by his wine? He spreads his democracy everywhere. He tells other countries and other people how to live and tell them what to do. No one likes that, man. The niggas hate to be told what to do. And Esau comes and tells people what to do and says it's for the better of them when they're doing fine all along. You know what I'm saying? When he came over here and invaded the Native American Indians, the so-called Native American Indians, he told them how to live, man, and they weren't happy with that, man. You know, he broke treaties with the so-called Native American Indians. All right, just like the same thing he do today. They always break these different treaties and stuff, man. You know, they say they're gonna do one thing, but they do another, man. Just like it says, and I believe Isaiah 55 and verse 21, where it says, "War is in their hearts. Their mouth is smoother than butter, but war is in their hearts, man, because they say one thing and they do another." All right, they're hypocrites, they're liars, they're deceivers. All right, which that's why they're the devil. The word devil goes back to the word diablos, which means the deceiver, man. All right, and it says neither keep it at home. Yeah, the so-called white man never keeps it at home, man. All right, I just saw a video the other day with two Edomites, a father and a son, and they killed I think a mama bear and a cub and her cub, man, and they were sleeping for hibernation. And what he said was, he was like, "Yo, we don't give a fuck. We go anywhere and we just kill shit." You see, that's the nature of the so-called white man, man. Oh, Slakia, 1 second. What are you doing? What? Come on. Yeah. Relax. Here. Relax now. Here. Salakia. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end this quick, but yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I saw that video, man. Because they know, but they know what they're doing, man. But they always have an excuse for their wickedness, man. You know. It says, "Who enlarges his desire as hell?" Yeah, because his desire is to bring hell everywhere he goes. So-called white man, man. So-called white man and woman. All right, they're wicked from the womb, man. They come from the womb, telling lies, man. All right, and it says, and is as death. Yeah, because that's all they bring is death, man. Everywhere they go, man, they leave a trail of blood, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Now, who does that sound like to you? Come on, man. Who goes about different countries and taking what he wants and trying to spread his rulership everywhere? All right, and he does rule the world right now. This is his kingdom, man. All right. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Where and if not, where and who is he?" So if the so-called white man is not the devil, then who is he, man? Because he's the one that covers the faces of the judges. He's the one that tells you Jesus Christ is a so-called white man. He tells you God is a white man. Paul was a white man. King Solomon, King David, Mary, all white people. All the angels, all so-called white people. Come on, man. Come on, man. How do you people not see this, man? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who runs the world right now? All right, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. Who said that all the biblical characters that were in the Bible, all the Most High's people were white? Who said that that the Most High himself was white? Who said Jesus Christ is white? All the different characters in the Bible, the important men of our nation, all so-called white people. Yeah, really? They're all so-called white people, really? Come on, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. What part don't you people understand? It's easy, man.
Which is the black gold of the 21st century. This is how the United States, through blood, tears, and war, has controlled what is known as the world reserve currency.
You see? What did we just say? Everywhere they go, they leave a trail of blood everywhere they go. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So he just told you who's in power right now. His democracy, that wine that was talked about in Habakkuk 2 and 5, that wine, he goes transgressing by his wine. That's his doctrine, his philosophies, his democracy, you know. And if you don't get down with it, he's gonna lay you down.
the petrodollar by taking out these opposing nations and controlling vast sums, trillions of dollars worth of resources. And now Bolton and others and Mike Pompeo are laying the foundation, along with the Trump administration, but really the dark, deep state, for a war with Iran, labeling in just recent days the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. So equating them as the same as ISIS or the same as Al-Qaeda, which we know was created by U.S. intelligence agencies.
See, he's telling you, yeah, because the so-called white man, the United States government is the one that actually made like ISIS and Al Qaeda and all these different terrorist groups. They did that shit, man. They made them and then brought them to the. They gave them guns, they gave them money, they financed them and trained them, and then told them to cause chaos throughout your country. That's the so-called white man. That's what they do, and you people don't realize this shit, man. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see? So we're not ignorant to these things. We know about these different false flags, all right? These fake shootings that they pretend happen so that they can pass their gun laws, so they can take the guns from these everyday people and storm their houses. And these people don't have nothing to protect themselves with. You see, we know about the different devices that they've done to keep the children of Israel, you so-called black, Native Americans, and Latinos down, such as redlining, all right, Jim Crow laws, all right, the credit companies where they weren't giving housing loans and different loans to so-called blacks and anybody who wasn't a so-called white person, to keep them in the ghettos, all right, to keep them in the ghettos and keep them in the worst parts of the state, where they have limited resources, where there's less jobs, less education, and just these areas that they didn't have really much access to clean water and different parks and education and things like that, man. Made it harder for the so-called black people to come up in this society, man. And then maybe like 100 years later, then they're like, oh, you guys, you got the same opportunities as us. How come you guys haven't, your people aren't well off like our people are, we got to work too. You guys got to work. Like, we, what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We're not ignorant of your devices, man. We know the things that you've done to keep our people down, man. We know about them, all right?
Because, of course, Osama bin Laden actually worked for intelligence agencies here in the West before he allegedly flipped, and then they had the excuse of an all-out war.
Right, because Osama bin Laden worked for the CIA, for the United States government. So he worked, and then they betrayed him, and they said he was responsible for 9/11, which he wasn't. It was the United States government that did that shit. All right, there was an inside job. But that's the so-called white man for you, the great deceiver, man. Man.
Which, of course, led to the calamity of what we see in the Middle East today. Constant disruption.
Right. So you see how something happening, over a decade ago, man. You see how that happened and destroyed that country, man. Now the country is desolate. That's the same thing they did to the children of Israel, man. They put all these pits in place to keep the generations down, and now today you have nothing but a bunch of degenerate, lazy niggas. Gang banging, drug dealing niggas, because of what the pits. That's another pit that they did. All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. One of the devices is putting drugs in the community. All right, so-called white man put the drugs in the community. Everybody knows that, man. But we all have equal opportunity, man. They've been trying to destroy us since the beginning, man. Since birth, even before birth, they're trying to kill us. That's why they have Planned Parenthood in every nigga neighborhood.
And chaos. And that was and has always been the absolute intention. Again, there was never any WMDs. There was never any weapons of...
Right, and that's why John Bolton is known as a war hawk, because he's the one that puts in these presidents' ears to go to war with these different countries. All right, even if they really don't have weapons of mass destruction or different devices that they say are detrimental, to destroying to keeping the peace. They try to say, oh yeah, they're not trying to keep the peace because they're making bombs and stuff like that we don't allow. Like, no, they're not doing that. You're just a damn devil, man. You just want to kill, like we read in Habakkuk, man. They just come bringing hell, man. Not keepers at home.
Mass destruction, blaming Osama bin Laden as the key perpetrator of September 11, 2001. You're honestly ignorant if you think that he was the principal mastermind and there wasn't anybody else involved. New concerns: Trump administration may be laying legal groundwork for military action against Iran. When Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced the Trump administration would designate a branch of Iran's military guard as a foreign terrorist organization Monday, the Trump administration is simply recognizing a basic fundamental reality. But critics say they're concerned that it may also be part of an effort to bend reality enough, just like they did with Iraq and all these other bogus illegal wars, to provide legal justification for armed conflict. Quote.
Right, and that's what they do. They set up these different lies and these different traps for people to fall into, so that they can justify themselves going to go kill people. You see that today with like so-called white men that say, oh, the Indians were savages, that's why we had to do what we did to them, and you so-called black people, you get killed in the streets because of this thing that you do or that thing that you do. But even though slaves been getting killed and niggas been getting killed in this country since the goddamn beginning, and there's always been a time that, oh, it's because you did this or because you did that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that slave, that slave was talking back to me, so I had to tie one end of a horse, one end of him to one horse, and the other end of him to another horse, and light fires, so that the horses could run off and split this nigga in half. Emmett Till, he whistled, or he was trying to get with a white girl, so we had to beat him to the point where his head fell apart. His different parts of his face fell off, and we had to sew it back together so he could finally have an open casket after we brutally murdered this man, this 14-year-old boy. They've always had Trayvon Martin. Oh, he was trying to fight a man that was following him with a gun. He was trying to fight the man that was chasing him with a gun. That's why he got killed. It wasn't because he was black. It was because he was getting chased by a grown ass man, and he's 14, but the grown ass man is chasing him with a gun. And that's why, and he tried to defend himself from that. So, and that's why he got killed. See, that's why George Zimmerman got off, because, the kid was trying to fight him. See. So it's the things that you people do. It's not the fact that it's the color of your skin and we hate you and we're racist. It's the things that you do. Man, hey, so-called white man makes me sick, man. He makes the Heavenly Father sick, and the Heavenly Father is going to send his son to crack these clouds, man, and he's going to come back and cause hell, all right? And cause hell like you've never seen before. I can't even explain to you how bad it's going to be. This is Revelation chapter 1 verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Those clouds are called chariots, man. Who you people call UFOs. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds in the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Now, if you wail because of something, you're not happy to see that person. All right, you're not happy to see that thing. All right, because people talk about Jesus Christ coming back to be all loving and forgiving and shit like that. That's bullshit. Why would the nations, the different people in the world, wail because of him? All right, so everybody's going to see him. All the people who did the Israelites wrong, all the people that pierced Yahushua, all right, who delivered him up to the Romans. All right, you wicked 2/3 niggas. When he comes back, he's coming back to destroy, man. All right. So I think let me see, get a little bit more. There's a lot in here in this video.
I am troubled that the administration can't unequivocally say that you haven't been given power. I can tell you explicitly, you have not been given power or authority by Congress to have war with Iran. This is according to Senator Rand Paul out of Kentucky, telling Pompeo this on Wednesday. Trump administration will officially designate Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a foreign terrorist organization on Monday, making it the first foreign government entity on the State Department list. So is this a ruse? Is this the BS that American leadership needs to provoke that ultimate war with Iran? Now, keep in mind, generals, 4-star generals like Wesley Clark told us they don't even know why we invaded Iraq and Afghanistan post 9/11, September 11th. He didn't even understand why, but what he did know, that it was the deep state's agenda, and that the final target has always and will always be Iran. So not only has there been these egregious sanctions imposed on Iran, there's been propaganda around other countries like Russia allegedly hacking the U.S. election, which turned out to be false and a farce. Donald Trump and Russia did not interfere in the U.S. election. That was created by radical leftists and radical Democrats because they just don't simply like the guy who actually got in and won the presidential race. So we're seeing a lot of this right now as scholars and world leaders are fearing all-out nuclear war and conflict. They say it's worse today than it was during the traditional Cold War of the 1950s when you were told to get underneath your desk and prep for nuke bombs going off in every American city, town, or state. They say it's worse now because at least in the 1950s, in and around that period, we were communicating with our enemy, Russia. See, we're no longer communication. The communication has ceased. Notice, and I talked about this on Friday, Donald Trump has called the 5G and the space program and the Space Force a race. A race. He's calling it a race because everybody knows this but the American general public. I've read the documentation, the declassified material from...
Yeah, everybody knows this about the American general public because the elites have paid billions of dollars to keep you people asleep. All right, that's why all you do is watch TV, eat fucking garbage ass trash food that's gonna kill you. All right, might even kill you niggas before the fucking the war even starts. You know, you motherfuckers might be put to death for just eating fucking McDonald's all goddamn day and watching MTV, you know, or BT or whatever the fuck y'all watch. You know, Netflix all goddamn day, on Instagram all goddamn day. That's why you people don't know nothing. The elites have paid billions of dollars to keep you distracted, man. Everybody worried about Nipsey Hussle. What are you worrying about Nipsey Hussle for? That man his soul is at peace right now. All right. There's a lot of men that's on this world that envy that man. All right. You know, hey, Lord willing, I brought this up. I'm not saying, you know, brothers, you know, want to be put to death, but this all hell's coming to this place, man. You know what I'm saying? And the only way we can be saved is by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. That's it. You know? But you got to find yourself deemed worthy at that time. Yahushai got to find you worthy, you know? You know, ultimately, the Heavenly Father has to find you worthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a scary thing because the scriptures tell you that it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Heavenly Father. So if you're not part of that elect, you know, if you haven't been following along statutes and commandments of the Heavenly Fathers, you know, and to the best of your ability, pushing out this word and whatnot, you know, then you and your family are all set, man. That's a scary thing, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Heavenly Father, man.
Our generals, for example, 5G is the new Manhattan Project. The country that controls 5G technology, all these satellites and these new towers that they're putting up, and notice how Donald Trump even encouraged these 5G towers to be put up in rural areas.
Yeah, because, see, the new Manhattan, the Manhattan Project was when they built the K-25 building, right? And that's where all the nuclear, the chemicals for the nuke that went into these different nuclear bombs was being made at. So, y'all gotta understand, right after that, that's how they ended the war with them damn bombs that was made in that building. So we think that 5G is for, man. They trying to gear that 5G up so they can for all hell can break loose, man. You know, I'm gonna get to the last scripture. I'm gonna cut it out. I think my baby.
Not just in space, through the EMS, the electromagnetic spectrum, and then labeling this new Space Force, but also not just in major cities, but in rural towns and areas. Because this is how the war machine is going to communicate with each other. I just saw some F-14s, I think it was, the other day, out here in Arizona.
Get the scripture and close it out. It says, Revelation 11:14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, so the World War III is in effect. All right, you can watch the rest of that video, and see what he's saying. Basically, he's saying, man, missiles can start flying in 24 to 48 hours, which probably not going to happen. But shit, Abaratazad does. You know, we still got major prophecies to be fulfilled. But it can all be fulfilled in 24 to 48 hours. Actually, you know. It could. Most High works in mysterious ways, man. Abaratazad, this place does fall in 24 to 48 hours. But That's just Lord willing. That's Abaratazah. So with that one, give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to my apostles, the elders, the great millstone who were well, taught us just truth and warned us of the things that come, the things you see happening now. Peace and salutations to the hopeful, like out here pushing this truth and sincerity to water for what y'all do. We love you. We appreciate you to the spirit. Salakia, we appreciate you to the spirit. Y'all, Bashem, Yahshua, and Shalom.